1993 Stadium Club Barry Bonds might be great. Barry Bonds spent the first 4 years of his major league career doing really good things on the baseball field, while being heralded by some as having the tools to become the greatest all-around player in the game. One of those admirers was manager Jim Leyland, who would tell you way back in 1986 or so that Bonds was going to be something, even if the two of them had their moments. Most baseball observers thought there was enough truth to that forecast, what with Bonds being Bobby Bonds' son and Willie Mays' godson, showing good speed and flashes of power. But a few seasons in, nothing really jumped off the page at us. It looked like Bonds had 20 homer power and 30 steal speed as he turned the corner on his 20s. Good stuff, but great? It was starting to seem like maybe the ceiling was set a little too high in some circles. Except Bonds was already doing little things that would eventually add up to something really big. Fielding at a Gold Glove level in the left field mainly, running all the bases well, and getting on base via walks. All of that clicked in 1990 just like the Pirates did, and Bonds won the National League MVP on the back of a .301 batting average, 33 home runs, 114 RBI, and 52 stolen bases. He turned in more of the same next-level performance in 1991 and 1992, winning another MVP later that year, while continuing to boost his on-base percentage. Bonds was starting to get his due, and folks like Leyland were looking pretty smart. Barry was really one of the best overall players in the game, it seemed, and collectors began to sprinkle a bit of attention towards his cards. Even with all the accolades, though, Bonds couldn't seem to crash through to the top of the hobby hot list. Not with veterans like Nolan Ryan, Rickey Henderson, and Cal Ripken setting records on the field and in showcases. And not with youngsters like Ken Griffey Jr. and Frank Thomas being hailed as the next wave of all-time greats. And then Bonds became a free agent after the 1992 season. And though he had a good thing going in Pittsburgh, there was really never much doubt where he'd end up. By the time Topps rolled out Series 3 of their 1993 Stadium Club issue, Bonds was well on his way to MVP number 3 after a summer of crushing home runs in drafty Candlestick Park. Topps captured the new marriage, Barry Bonds and the San Francisco Giants, there on card number 684. And this was the look that would finally excite card collectors right away, and a decade later when Bonds was crushing all sorts of home run records. This is no rookie card, and no super scarce one of one. But it is among the very first cards to showcase Bonds in a Giants uniform, and that makes it monumental. Today, the 1993 Stadium Club Barry Bond card sells for $10 or less on eBay, even in perfect 10 graded condition, much less if you buy it raw. In terms of historical significance, you could make the argument that it has all the tools to be great. Sounds familiar.